I want to like see how you guys actually like structure mid fights. Because it comes down to like someone dying, you guys might be just taking way too long to set up the mid. Like you guys should be rolling out to your positions like pretty quickly. If it's like not done fast enough, you'll obviously lose players over time. Especially if they're more coordinated, they're just gonna like pick players off who are trying to walk into the fight or like get into like their place where they're gonna bomb or something. It's like really easy to shoot those guys on this mid. Blue, okay. Also just fast bomb, that's good. Alright, so depending on that, if you're gonna fast bomb the demo or not, your like Momo should call it before, right? Like in the rollout, or like even before the first midi is even live, you guys should be calling it, right? That's overcommittal. I don't think the roamer should ever try to fight the other roamer on this mid if he's not fast bombing the demo or something, right? Yeah. So yeah, obviously this mid lost. You guys should link leave instantly. Okay, you do. That's good. Yeah. So that was just like Momo committing for like nothing. I don't think. Like I said, I don't think Romer should do that on mid fights. The only time it's really good to do that is if like, say your Romer like delays his fast rollout through 2, right? And then he like sees the he gets a call that a soldier's already on blue crate or something or red crate, depending on what side you're on. Then you can totally do that. But then the demo would have to like shoot him earlier. Like a scout can run at him and then turn that into a kill. But obviously that's not what happened. So the aerials just a counter sack. That actually died. Okay, well that's fine. I was gonna say like there was not enough pressure early before Momo went in, but Momo lived for so long, you got an extra rocket on their bed, so like, yeah. There, we should have expected like they're gonna sack, right? So everyone just posture up on height and like watching each door of IT and like sewer, right? We kind of like staggered between like spire, stairs, and like low ground here, right? So like obviously we're getting blind spotted by like the scout and soldier who came here,
Oh yeah,
or
I was
then
actually
yeah.
going through this. I went like I saw them, but I went through upper IT and rotated 2 bats, so I didn't see them come through lower IT. If I was just like, if I just went through lower, if I just left through lower IT, I would have seen them.
Well, so you're the flank scout, or
Yeah, I'm the flank scout.
I keep forgetting your roles, you and Mince. Okay, yeah, so don't do that. What you did, you said rotate through IT. Don't even look at IT. Because, like, what happens is if they do end up sacking, they're going to come around this corner and get on you first. So if you're getting into position after their med died to watch IT, then you're already late to
Oh
watch
no no
IT.
no!
You should be watching it
I
already.
was in IT and I was leaving.
Oh, then you should have called it. That should have been fine. I mean, either way, there's 2 ways of thinking about it, right? So yeah, you did the first thing, which is like you spotted them and then you were calling it, but then your players were on point. Everyone has to like posture really, really passively when the sacks are going to come in because we know they're going to come in, right?
Hmm.
Especially since their med was like a fresh kill, like they're going instantly after their med died. You guys have so much time to clear stuff before you have to use. So don't force there. Just like back up. Just back up like 3 steps, and then you'll like spot all 3 or 4 of those guys, and your med won't force as easy. That's it. Don't like play forward during the sacks like that. This is fat. I like this pacing. You guys are playing off the 2 picks. Baz died because he jumped forward. That's kind of advantageous, but that's like not the end of the world. You still have ads, so here like this is like they could push, right? So you guys should already be setting up for the push, which they are trying to. You know, so you guys are all like standing in the same spot. Like I noticed you guys kind of reset after you cap or like after something happened. You guys kind of group up too much. I think you guys can learn to spread out just a little bit. Like maybe like your fight scout can play away from heals, like so your pocket scout or your demo could get tanked in those minutes. Also, yeah, like that's just like getting guided through IT.
Should have been on trapezoid.
Yeah, that's fine. Or but because you're down your demo, like they could pressure you guys out of 1 and 2. So trapezoids might not be the best thing for you to do. But if you're playing like pipe or IT door, then that's actually fine too, right?
Okay.
Yeah, like so how I think about this, right? So think of it like this for you guys too. So when you're fighting something and they're peeking, right? It's their choice to peek into you. You want to set up that resistance early, right? So as soon as they start walking in, you should have already hit the spam on them, right? And then at that point, since you're playing with a respawner, you're playing for them to stay in for too long, so your spawner can get in, right, based off the damage. Obviously, if you guys are just starting to lose the fight, then just kite back and just like potentially leave or get your demo in and then refight, right? But this fight, you guys just overcommitted. Like, yeah. It's probably because nobody who's man calling is like saying like we can fight this, like try not to die or like don't need too much spam or something like that. You guys are just kind of playing off of the damage calls you're making yourself, right? Um, it's better to just like put up some resistance, but not like trade damage with them. You're just trying to like set up some sort of ground on them. That's all. But like you guys are all just grouping up way too much.
This is another
Like,
big thing we talked about. Like we were all like bats. Like that's we did that too much.
yeah.
We need to be like more spread out. Like I think our biggest issue is like just grouping up, like you said. That's a big thing we need to work
Like
on.
trapezoid here would be fine.
For
Also, no
sure.
one's spotting IT. If Ellie's dead, is it Ellie or Eli? Sorry.
It's Ellie.
Ellie, okay. If Ellie's dead, then someone else has to pick up the IT spot. It's usually Ellie's job to spot IT here, but
Yeah.
Momo should be deep spotting IT here, right?
I
The
think
strongest thing you can do when you're holding a second is deep spotting this IT door, because it pretty much negates them from taking a dry fight in IT to your second, because they'll know you're watching them, and they're gonna have to like be aware of traps and spam, right? So like, just as long as you're getting that deep spot in IT, it's pressuring red really hard here. You know what I mean?
I think
Right.
we were playing Disad here, so I don't think they were just like playing more passively. But
Even with disad holds, right? You can get out of situations where you have ad and they can threaten to Uber into you. Your combo is the one that needs to play passive, but the rest of you are allowed to play forward there, right?
okay.
Because they're not just trying to Uber into your players forward there. They're trying to find your medic, right? So if they see you as a soldier or a flank scout, they're not just going to be like, oh, we see the scout or the soldier, let's Uber now, right? And kill that guy. Like, that's not their goal. They're trying to kill your medic. So anyone playing outside here that's not the medic or the demo is completely safe to stay out and spot them for a really long period of time without getting pressured by the combo. You know what I mean? You guys probably already knew that, right? But like, it's in the demo, you guys kind of forgot. So nice. I like this. All right, so let's see what you guys do here. This is for Mints, by the way. Mints, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So one of the strongest things you can do pushing out last is if you have picks, or you maybe have one pick, right? Maybe it's a sack, and you have a pick, but you have ad potentially, or you have like so much space or damage in front, right? Don't just default to using through lower, and don't even try. Walking through lower is also really dangerous. Okay, I never walk my combo through lower. What I do is I walk my combo through upper, but how it works is okay, you're doing it. Oh my god, you're the okay, you did it anyways. Okay, it's just walking through here and then calling your team in. You scale through this doorway and then you path to the right of the door, and then you check if there's sticky, then your med trails you like that, like what you just did, right?
Hmm.
That's good. Okay, you did it anyways, but I was just pre-firing to see if you did it or not, but you did, so that's really good. Yeah, that's fun. And then you guys stabilize. So now we should be
I
getting.
get called out here. This is I peek too far in the sewer,
Yeah.
and their entire team instantly targets me and takes sewer. That was like the biggest realization. I was like, okay, I cannot be playing aggressively against this team.
Yeah. Well, no. Let's exercise that thought, right? So why do you think they pushed you right here?
I think we were pressuring mid, and I thought I thought not I thought we had more space than we were, and I think we were trying to get out of choke here, and I was like, okay, I can like maybe peek in the mid and see what's happening. So I peek sewer
Yeah.
door. Like I do this against like lower level AM teams, and I usually have
Yeah.
0 issues, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing against this team, and they instantly see me, and they instantly all focus fire me, and
Yeah.
just roll my shit and take sewer.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're
So
isolated.
against exactly.
Yeah,
So it's
but
like
let's dissect that a little bit. So like we just capped second, but remember they were already on mid, right? So they gave up second to hold mid, so they're already buffed and ready to do something because they just gave up the second point they were holding already. Giving up points like that's not bad if they know it's a lost fight, because then they can immediately be set up for the next thing they want to do, right? So here they were already set up, and you guys aren't even buffed. So none of you are actually calling to get buffs at all. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of these players are actually fully buffed or doing anything, right? So if you're calling that you want to peek sewer, that's too fast, and you should recognize that they're actually able to go in sewer and push you if they want to. Like that's all. To summarize it, since they gave up second, they were already fully buffed, waiting for you guys to cap and then do the next thing they want to do. Good teams will do that always. Bad AM teams maybe not, but like obviously like you guys are playing to be better than like AM, so like that's why you don't want to just like disrespect the doors and disrespect what doors you can actually peek from in general. Like most of the time when you're holding second, you don't even need to spot that much shit. They're gonna let you peek them based off of them trying sewer or peeking IT, right? You have those spots like always, and your scout can spot from like up here if they go like either or, pretty much. I think ping like force there, but I don't think you had to force there.
We didn't have any watching low right.
Yeah. Okay, so if they're peeking Al-Qaeda a lot, Mints and Baz, you guys should be shitting on the people through the doors. Like this main gate should always be getting pressured, and then Mints, if you see a guy peeking Al-Qaeda that's not shooting you, just fucking shoot that guy, right? Sit on this fence and just stare at that guy.
They
Because
had a soldier just spamming both Mince and I from lower IT who should
Lower
be dealing
IT,
with that
And the
guy.
flank scout there.
Ellie should be pressuring that guy.
Because
Yeah.
that guy was walking up into doorway and getting like 60, 70 damage
Yeah.
rockets on
I
us.
am dead.
Well, Ellie died later, but no, you died just later. Like you died after these people came in, like 5 seconds later. You should be deep spotting this always, like I said, right? Just to pressure that soldier from doing that. Because the instances you're pressuring him while he's trying to do that, he's gonna be way more threatened to even do that. Like he might not even do that ever because you're doing that. That's how easy it'll be once you actually have that timing down. You'll just never do it, and then you'll never need to worry about a soldier getting through IT like that. That was a nice try. I think Momo's sack there was actually not terrible. Maybe it actually would have been a lot better if you had like your combo peeking there, so he did it alone. But he delayed the cap, so if you guys are actually building right now, you guys could get a run loss. Which you are doing it okay. Okay, it's fine. I don't like building left side. Building right here is much better, in my opinion. I just default right every single time, and I don't have any issues doing that. Because remember, like, the gun is on this side, so if they bomb you, if they have, like, a soldier bomb with their Uber, they can actually kill your combo if they're above the gun. Cause they always choose the demo, right? So it's a bit riskier.
Yeah.
Play on the same side as the gun. Okay, no one cleared that.
He jumped over me and I didn't see him.
Yeah. Usually, like, you probably know this, but like when you're holding last and they have ad and they're coming in, there will be a soldier in nest like 80% of the time. So you just gotta recognize that it's actually your job as a soldier to kill that guy. It's not like your scout or demos. So like
Gotcha.
you just gotta jump up to nest and fight him usually.
Yeah,
If he's called low or like you're already buffed, and you can fight him if he's half or some shit. Yeah. Your medic should play away from that as well. I think it's better if your medics like run towards like 3, 4, or like 1, 2 instead of playing on point, because then like you can easily get 2 rockets in your med there. Okay, that's fine. So we know they have ads. So for tracking well, we're gonna get buffs like should be like right now. And then at least spotting lower IT, and then the rest of you are just kind of staring at whatever door. So they're through sewer or choke. No, they're through. What the fuck are they? Oh, IT. Okay. I'm assuming Ellie called this. So you guys didn't leave fast enough though. Yeah.
No, I think I remember this. I think I called it, but you set the fucking wrong call out because I was so stressed.
What do you mean? What call? Wrong call out?
Like I was saying,
they...
like they're coming. Like I meant to say like they're coming IT,
Oh.
coming IT, but I think I said like they're coming 1 or some shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
wrong
fine.
call out.
That's fine, yeah. So if their combo is called IT, like you don't actually have a real good amount of time to stay outside 1 and 2. You just have to kind of back up like as their upper and then leave to last. And then if they force on second because your players are in, that's actually a good thing. So your combo here is just juggling their Uber and they kite all the way out to last, and then your flank can still pressure from upper lobby or like above them on trapezoid or some shit, right? Like that's the main thing. Not everyone needs to back up there immediately. Like the people who are not your combo can stay in and try to force still.
On disad, would it be better for combo to play 1, like our demo med to play 1, getting ready to kite to last instead of sitting like
it depends on what your medic wants to do, honestly. If he doesn't feel comfortable holding 2, then you can hold 1. I usually have my combo play 2, but this is kind of how I juggle it. I have my combo play 1 if it's really big disad, because what ends up happening is like if they see us called 1, like they might just Uber through choke and like land there. But if we're close to Uber, I hold my combo 2 like at 75 maybe, because then if I'm at 75 with my med, we can kite through rollout and then immediately pop out of 2. You know what I mean? You don't have to do it like that. It's just how I do it. It's just a pacing of how I call things. But like, holding 1 is just fine. You can hold 1. It's okay. Just don't like delay leaving. You just have to get the call from Elia that they're there, and then you guys kite immediately until last out. Like you have to be out of the 1 gate, like here. Like you have to be outside of the exit door, because if you're not, they're gonna pinch you from 2, which is what they did. So this is a proper like kite. This is good. This is too aggressive. Yeah, okay, no, that was bad. It's fine. You're playing for Uber there, Mints, right? You don't have to push them there.
Yeah, dude.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just about they Uber into your last. You have ad. It's on them to fight you, right? You don't even have to
Those
do
guys
anything
still
aggressive
heaven,
there.
we don't check it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's okay. Nice. We get 2 picks though. It's actually chill. Theoretically, what we could do here with these 2 picks is immediately cap second right now, and then let them recap second with ad, and then we can build the Uber the entire time, right? That's like that's kind of the leapfrogs. Like we're doing it. That's
So
really good.
pushing out from last to second, like the default is just go lobby and then upper, like never lower, just always upper.
It depends on if you have calls of where they are. If you don't have calls of where they are when they leave your last, upper is usually pretty safe, unless the stickies are there.
Yeah,
Then if I
usually,
stickies, I go 2 or 1.
I think I was like, we went out like upper lobby twice, and I wanted to kind of mix it up, and we went out lower. I think.
I remember
That's
you specifically calling out, let's like avoid walking out lower, because
That's good.
their
Yeah.
demo kept trapping it over and over again. So
But then,
Yeah,
like when their
that's
demo
good.
started trapping upper, I was like, lower was kind of pretty quick to come out of.
Just need to be on the same page. Like if we know we're gonna push out the second from last, we just need to be like, all right, we're pushing out the second. It's like we just need to be on the same page, like where our combo's rolling out. And I need
It's
to
very
jump
it's
over
very
you guys.
tricky though, right? For like what door you're pushing out of on last, because like what you need to see first is where their demo left usually, right? If it's a soldier leaving, you can see him when you come in, and he's not going to be a huge issue unless you just stay in the door and get spammed by him. You know, you wait for him to reload rockets and you walk in, whatever, right? As a scout, it's pretty easy pacing there. If you know he's leaving upper with stickies, then yeah, you just go lower. If you know he trapped both because he got out of last like way long ago, then you can read that and just go 2, right? That's how it works. You don't just gamble which door he traps. You just kind of assume that if he left upper lobby, he might trap upper lobby on his way out, which is what every demo should do, right? So choosing the door other than that is smart. It's just like it's not even gambling. It's just like the odds, right, of this. So I like what you guys did there, by the way. Like you cap second, and then you added some resistance to second, so you're able to get Uber, and it's like pretty chill what you guys are doing there. Even if you lost one, you traded, you didn't try to hold second either, right? Because at that point, your positioning is still kind of weird. So like, oh my god, okay.
can we play forward, please?
You guys can, yeah, you just kill the guy. Like you guys can walk forward after the guy dies. That's fine. All right. So we get the gun up on point. Don't put the gun there, Elliot. Put it like this is not that bad, but I want you to put it here. Okay.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I put it on the ramp because that's what Esper told me.
I see. Okay. She's not wrong. Like this is a good gun, but most teams at Envy put the gun here where my mouse is. You see it?
Yeah.
This is anti-spam from this window angle here on the left lobby, like 5.
Mhm.
And it is an angle that they can spam from 2, but 2 is really hard, really easy to hold when you're on defense. So like these guys will blow up in 2. But if they peek 5, they have a lot of room to peek 5. So you want to negate the 5 peek is what that's for.
Yeah.
This just makes it really easy to spam still.
Wait, so the sentry's like behind a pillar?
Yeah, like if you look at it like this, the gun is blocked by
Oh,
these
awesome.
by this.
Awesome.
Yeah. There is a little bit of angle they can splash the ground, but then they'll have to 3 rocket it. And if there's 2 soldiers there, shooting more than 2 rockets will get you killed, right? So that's why you put it there. Okay. Feet on last, not the greatest, not a big deal. Sap on the gun, no force. Do you guys check for off classes? Is this a match, by the way, or a
Yeah,
scrim?
I called the spy.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was our 8:30 yesterday. This was just a scrim.
Scrim.
It was our first time
Okay.
playing it as a team since Bagel Week, because Baz was all the way gone last week, so we haven't played together in like 2 weeks. It's
That's okay.
the best
See,
team I am. So
Yeah, I like. Okay, your positioning is actually correct. It's just Smooth jumped away from this soldier. You got to stay above, right?
I know. I
okay,
realized.
okay,
I was playing like DWW is so oppressive. I just honestly I was fearing, and I need to stop fearing against that guy too.
You just gotta learn to match your counterpart, but not like play too aggressive, because like.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but I was playing too
Yeah.
passively, and I was giving up too much space. So he just like walked out the 2.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay. I think hindsight, you can learn that. It's okay. You figured it out already. That's unlucky trade. She should be playing for the cap because you have a lot of time, but it's fine. Their roamer is already fucking upper. Okay.
We're down 2 soldiers on the second.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
behind. He was trying to get a last cap.
We have ad here, but surprised they
Yeah.
didn't fight it.
Depending on how okay, so here's the situation, right? So you guys took so long in the cap second that they had set up on they eventually got to set up on mid, right? Even though they were down a medic. So when you chase out of your last and you have picks like that, the last thing you want to do is give free kills away. Even if they trade, it's actually more worth if they trade for you guys than it is for, you know, just not getting anything. Because they were down the numbers to have you guys like allow you guys to push into mid, but now you have to actually dry or somehow not use into mid, but or just strip use to try to get kills, right? So it's harder. That's why if you're pushing out a last, you just immediately stack second, then you take that to mid. You don't look for more kills, right? That's my rule of thumb. Don't like look for more kills as you're capping second. Just take
Yeah,
second.
so just don't take fight second if you don't have to, and just take second and then go last.
Yeah, it's like the close range
Oh,
kills, like
last
who are
one.
pushing you guys are fine, but if they're farther back and you have to bomb them to kill them, it's not worth the trade. So here, okay, we lost our demo. What was that? Is that just choke? Yeah, it was just choke. Okay, that's just a cancel, then it's okay. Realistically, right here, if you're gonna try and add into mid like that, was it you guys I spoke to about like taking Ubers into mid? I don't think so, right? It's like
No.
another mentee I have. Okay, so this is what my invite team does, and this is like the strongest rule of thumb I have for taking Ubers into mid. Don't Uber into their combo if they're here. Don't Uber into their combo if they're here. If their combo's here and you still have add Uber into these players like this, just jump over into them, right? That's free as fuck. Okay. If you're IT and they're here, this is again free kills. So even if it's only 20 add for you guys, this is still doable, right? If they're here, but if they're back here, right, one of these two angles, don't bother, right? Just don't do it. So, and did I ever teach you how to walk through a choke when that's getting spammed and on process specifically, or did I never do that?
No, I don't think so.
All right, we're gonna run it right now. So say they're set up like let's get another screen cap because it's like my fucking favorite thing to do, obviously. Okay, so if they are set up like this, where they have a soldier here, and maybe like another soldier either here or here, right? And then like they have a scout up here, and then their combos here, right? If it's add and you're trying to not to use to walk in, right? Even if they're here, I know I told you should Uber into these guys. Like that's if you can see that from where you're playing and choke, you should call it, okay? But if you can't see that and you don't know they're there and maybe they're even IT, right? So maybe they're not here, maybe they're IT. Okay, regardless, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to take your speed through choke and get to like here, right? And then as soon as you see a soldier bombing you, just kite back, okay? And then what I want Smooth to do, you don't have. I know this is gonna sound kind of hard to do, but you can try in your scrim. If you see the soldier bomb you back and kite that guy, you're basically baiting that guy to jump forward, right? As soon as he jumps you, Smooth needs to jump in to keep that initial space behind the rock, okay? And then once Smooth does that, he can jump out and stay alive. And then after that, you can actually trade that soldier, and then you can keep walking in. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, so okay. That
So
makes
one,
sense.
you get through here, and then two, you like bait, and then
Bait
the
for the
soldier
soldier
jumps
and then
in.
try to
So
walk
it's
back,
just a
soldier
counter
bombs.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then as you see him counterbombing, if the demo's not directly on you, you can stay in and fight that soldier, right? Remember, you can kite like in between the choke, but don't like stand in the choke. That's the worst thing you could do, right? You want to kind of like juggle between like walking and then leaving the choke at the same time. It's like that's what you want to do. So your movement I've been looking at has been pretty good actually. It's just like that is like a really strong way of like dry fighting. It's just like baiting a kill like that. All right. Because once you play against like teams that like set up that mid hold really well, that kind of movement you're doing is actually important as fuck. Because everyone's gonna do the scripted hold on mid where they just spam the choke as the combo walks through, and you can bait kills by doing that all the time. Like I get kills against every team in invite doing that. So yeah. My headache's gone, so that's pretty chill. Oh, a good way to fight 1 and 2 smooth is just sitting here on the ramp. Sometimes you can deep spot 2 or 1 if you want to fight it. Most of the time, you just hold back here, you're safe.
That's what I was trying to do, but he walks there and goes to the right, and you can't shoot the floor. And then he just like it's like okay, just shoot the wall, but he just like moves right. You know what I'm talking about? Like
I do, but like if you stand on this ramp, you have more of an angle to shoot the floor.
yeah,
Look at that height. You have height there, right? So you can like jump spam it if you want, or like, go higher on the ramp and hit it.
I'm on the map right now.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
That's the
Okay.
second time we've gotten forced by a soldier through too.
5.
There's 5. No
Yeah,
shit.
Mono I think went to come help 1 and 2. So Smooth died, and so their flank was pressuring 1 and 2. I get a pick on a soldier, but their scout just starts 1 through 1, and I think Mono wants to help, so he jumps to 1 and 2, but
Not Mono's job.
but then a soldier just walks through 5 and just
If I need help too, if I call for help too, it's my combo that needs to help me because our demo's
Mostly
probably
Mints.
gonna be or Mints.
Yeah,
It's
just
because
Mints.
it's because our demo's probably gonna be sitting 3, and then Mints is probably next to him. So
Yeah, Baz has full control of 3 and 4 if he wants to. Like 80% of the time 3. Momo's job is just to watch 5 and a potential player running through 4 on the gun or some shit. He spams that guy. So, yeah. He should never rotate 1 or 2. It's like such a
it's
waste
not
of
his
time.
job. Yeah, because it just goes up and under. It's like, what are you?
Yeah, so you're playing this fucking really well right now, so that's nice. We should know that they have ad right here. We should be fucking. Oh, actually, they forced. Okay, never mind. Nice. Crazy that they forced. I think they forced a Momo, right? Yeah. Nice. This is good. Nice. Alright. So let's see what happens on 2. Those are fucking whack sticks, man.
His demo is just like called out, and we called the target that guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he just jumps out. Yeah.
That's really good. Yep. So here, now normally they're 6 up, so now they're actually set up on mid here. So Mints, if you can try to spot fast, that's good for your team, so no one else needs to die. You get through the choke if it's free, with your players behind you. Oh god. So yeah, see if you have first there Mints that Smooth might not bomb like that. He might have jumped on the roof or some shit. Or well yeah, assuming. This is fine. This dry fight right here is fine. Their medic's IT, so this is not gonna be something you guys try to Uber into here. However, if the situation comes down where you guys are getting really hard pressured, using to just get kills on mid here is fine. Okay, so let me just see how this plays out. Your players should be getting through IT for free, and then you guys are in. Don't know where that soldier came from. Okay, this is fine.
You just jump from height on mid.
Yeah, we didn't see him. This is really. I like how we're playing this. That was good. Dry fight, and we did. Yeah, dry fight we didn't force, right? So that's huge. First thing, your scouts should try to look for both soldiers. In this situation, your both scouts play the same role, right? If your scout gets through IT, that's fine. Usually my scout gets through choke with me there, but he's like 4th player in, right? Just so he can play doubles combo scout to shoot the solis. And then your soldiers just get in from wherever the fuck they want, as long as they can get in. Ellie did that really well. If Ellie lives, this is good. Oh, shit, we tried to spam. It's not the best. That's okay, though. This is still fightable. Like Scout does. There you go. Yeah, we can still fight this. Soldier just get in.
Minster's a fight 1 soldier, and then another soldier bombs.
I think I shouldn't have focused that 1 soldier choke.
Probably shouldn't have.
I should have
but
just looked at the left one.
It was like 1.5 seconds like reaction time. I can't.
No, because
blame
I
you.
knew like I think Cyrus told me like I can't like if you know a soldier's out of the fight, you always gotta make sure you're like keeping track of the other one.
Yeah. Say Sears.
Osiris.
Oh, Cyrus. I think about Sears. That's my
It's,
scoutmates. That's
it's-
my scoutmates as well.
Fluff from
Yeah.
last season. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's how you should try and play this. I don't want to go back in the demo and show you, but this is not just Mints, but it's like everyone. So if we're playing 4v4, but their soldiers are both alive, the things you gotta micromanage is you gotta know they're gonna bomb. Like everyone, it's not just Mints' job to expect them to jump in. So if your med played here and then kited sewer, this is free to or choke like this. Cause you still have the picks. So if you stay in like here, like this is like an island they get stuck on, right? So like if you're playing deep like this, it's because you're not in the threat of getting bombed. You're only getting pushed by people, which is why this exists. This wall here, you hide behind this. So if they push you, they're pushing into you and your team. So like, you play this based on which picks you actually have. if I'm a medic here in this situation, right? I hold W knowing that nothing could jump me necessarily. So you kind of jiggle between walking forward and backing up. But if you know there's no soldiers and you see all 4 here, for instance, you're okay with holding W like this, right? And then like this at some point. But if you have soldiers alive, you want to keep your back towards like somewhere you can either surf to or like an exit way, right? Backing up this way was not anywhere. You can't really surf this way, and there's no the exit is like fucking way behind you. It's like there, right? So like that's not even an exit, right?
Mhm.
You're looking at this. Like this are these two. So like 1, 2. If you're deep through choke and maybe they're spamming the choke, okay, play suicide, right? That's okay. If Mince has time to like slow down and if you're getting sticked off, then Mince can shoot the stickies, right? That's like how you should do that. You don't have a second scout here, so your pocket scout's playing very fucking meticulous and slow. And then Baz is just trying to shoot close people. Like that's the main thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
bait more near shore door whenever we're more forward.
Yeah. Basically,
like,
in a
holding
fight
on
where you're
soldiers.
playing it with numbers, or you're playing a long fight with no Ubers being exchanged, you still have to find an exit as medic. You don't want to bait your team. You just have to be closest to an exit where you can kite out if you have to,
Mhm.
and then repush if you can. That's the idea. And immense, he can die trying to kill those guys. It's his job to try to live against those players, but he also wants to kill them, right? So if he can somehow kill those players without dying, then he's done his job perfectly fine. It's just if you die during that, it's just there's definitely a way you could have played that differently. However, if they focus you and wipe you, like kill your medic, not wipe you guys, and then you guys kill their combo, then it's worth, honestly. If they fucking full commit like that, then you could die, who cares? But you want to, like, min-max your movement there a little bit better. Nice. Good force. That's a perfect time to force, because you guys are not going to run loss. You're not actually even building. Well,
15
like,
minutes, not 1 round yet, by the way.
that's okay. One of my matches on process this season was 3 rounds of like 45 minutes.
After this, though, it takes the fucking downslide,
Yeah.
though. Like, instantly. I think we got, what, like, 7-0'd?
That's okay. They probably just started like reacting better.
No,
to what you guys
our
are doing.
mids, they realized our mids are absolutely fucking horrendous, and they just wiped us on mids and just rolled us the last every time. That's what happened. And we got
Yeah.
extremely frustrated, so we started playing worse, and I don't
Yeah, second half was
Here-
probably just mid to last.
Here, I would just Uber into second and recap, or just cab push into last.
Oh, that's just so.
Just Uber probably, or cancel it because your roamer died. Yep. Okay. Well, I mean that's not terrible. We didn't use, so it's not bad. Not a big deal. We actually have 3 picks now too. Like that's actually okay because your combo turned around. Don't let me back caps. No.
yeah.
My gun went down.
Yeah. That's so sad. I guess we didn't really know he was behind.
Took a bat cap finally to defeat our fucking last hold.
There
Even
though,
last holds are really fucking good.
yeah, there though your combo actually did pretty well pushing out, kinda. Like it was difficult to use out of lower. If you used out of lower, it might have been actually really fucking bad. So not using there was good. Kiting back into last and killing those players behind was good. Your players on last, they're probably gonna die getting pushed like that, so it's okay. I think Smooth traded for like a shit ton of damage, and then Momo died later. So it was actually not that bad, but you guys didn't clear after that. You still gotta clear like lobby and shit if they sack like that, because they could be like hiding. So you guys pushed into second too quickly.
Yeah, we were quick shots.
Yep.
And it's like another thing, mono takes too much damage, we stall choke. That was a
So
big issue I think we were having is we were taking too much damage on mids too fast, and then we would stall choke, not take space, and then they would like pick off one of us.
Yeah.
Because our combo was like stuck choke and they couldn't help them. Either it'd be like Ellie, me, or Mono, and then they just like play their player ad and just like roll us.
Yeah.
yeah, the positioning is a bit weird. You don't want to have 3 players playing roof
Yeah.
early.
I should be on
Actually
ground
gets
right now
this-
for playing central.
Yeah, you know this angle here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, of course.
Deeps.
That's where I default.
Yeah, you default there like 90% of the time. Your roamer can fast roll out to either height or to right or something. Like you can fight here maybe, or like at here, right? If I play against a demo who spams roof a lot as a scout, I try to play up like here more.
Yeah.
And if I know he's gonna spam the rock, I actually don't jump to here and play rollout and on the rock immediately. I like do this. and then either jump here or like jump here. Like I don't immediately jump on the rock. It's actually a bait most of the time to do that against like demos who spam it. The thing about process is it's such a health based mid, right? So if you're losing that HP like you guys already talked about, like you just can't play the same
That's what I was
against the
talking
team
about
that
before
spammed you.
you joined. Yeah, it's like taking
Yeah.
damage on process mids, like rollout process mids.
Mm.
Like first is like literally the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
you just fucking die.
Exactly. Yeah. So you want to like just play early spam if you can.
Hello, mana.
Something I saw bot mode doing was he would like run up as a flank scout go up to like their side crate. So
One?
like no, like his team's side crate.
This one.
Yeah. You
Alright.
just run up there.
That
Take
that's,
crate.
that's blue crate. That's actually your crate.
Yeah.
So that's actually really important to do. One, it can you can blindside a soldier who tries to grab the kit, right?
Mhm.
Soldiers like to roll out here, like they go straight from here, play here in front of IT to bomb off of this wall. So if you hit him early, it'll delay his bomb, which is good. And you're not pressured at all by doing that.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a scout. You can just jump back, right? Same thing if you're playing it from this angle too, right? So if you're this red scout and you want to push your crate and fight them here, this is the same thing. You can do either or, right?
Mhm.
This is something you do like towards the beginning of the mid. Actually, we bought mode yesterday.
Yeah,
And
I think
on process.
Yeah.
So I remember.
I think I think bot mode was just trying to do like a damage trade.
Yeah,
Something.
it's a damage trade. It's a damage trade on a soldier or to hit a scout off the height early. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just backs up and grabs pack or whatever. Goes back to bed.
I don't know if he runs winger, but if you run winger, you can jump from the IT this island here on your IT and jump up on the crate for free.
Yeah,
so
bot
he
mode.
does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, left mid, that's an unlucky serve. Left mids like that are super committal, right? So the only time I ever have my team fight left like with more than 3 players is if there's a lot of damage there and they're clumped there. Realistically, they weren't even clumped there. There was just 2 kills where they didn't know people in red didn't leave there and they got cleaned up by you guys. I don't think it's ever worth committing more than 2 or 3 people to fight left. Your soldiers and a scout is good enough to fight the guys holding outside sewer because they're not getting healed, right? If you commit your heals there, you're putting yourself in a situation where if you don't kill them, you're stuck getting bonked by the soldiers, which is kind of what happened, and then you're mega piped. So if you see your like smooth Momo and like Ellie fight left, your combo should try to stagger right here. Okay, do not cross left. Okay, Mince can jump on crate and play there if he wants to, and then Baz can play between point and left. Right. If Baz wants to commit left side to do more damage, that's actually not too bad. It's just as long as Mince doesn't commit with him, right? It's not worth having all 5 of you plus your heals go there. Okay. That mid would have been really well played if you guys just backed up as you killed those players. Because you pressure them out.
We
and
just
Yeah,
started like
I think-
instantly W keying into them. Like we didn't like assess the fucking situation we were in.
Yeah, sometimes it's just tunneling and then walking forward without really gauging it well. But if you think of it like this, though, like if you do that exact play, but you guys recognize you're not supposed to go super deep, and you just have your soldiers commit, your soldiers will die for the damage and kills probably, and they're okay with that. That's the trade they want to do, but your combo can just like out position theirs. They can't fight you when you're behind that crate, and they can't push over pointing to you as they're getting pushed from the left, because they're just gonna continually get pushed and shit. So it's like you're considering what their combo would do in that situation. They're not gonna like go super deep. That was a really good force, actually.
Beast.
That was a really good force. Momo gets a lot of good solo sacks, which is nice. She's done like 3 times on second so far.
Hello, by the way.
Hello. So it's good. All right. You
I
get
felt
off
like
gun.
my sacks were
now.
really good. But thank
Your
you
sacks?
for- Yeah.
Yeah, they are
Whatever
actually pretty good.
solos.
Yeah. I said that before you joined. You're getting a lot of good solo sacks off, and sometimes I was thinking maybe your team could pressure a bit more, and I think they do want to. It's just a bit of the positioning of it. It's hard. This walking out of upper is good. Yeah, Ellie, you should probably get off gun during these, by the way.
Yeah.
Damn, the soldier's getting away with a lot. A second Scott would have killed that guy, probably.
Or one of those things where we was just like too bunched up on bats, playing too close together, and he just fucking nuked us.
Yep. So consider this door here. This is somewhere we connect this from lobby to second. We do not hold this. We don't hold this. So there are a few doors where I call it connectors, right? The connector doors, and they connect to certain parts of the map. You don't stand in connectors most of the time. You push through them, right? Or you leave through them. This is one of those doors. Because if you stand here for too long, lower can jump you, upper can push you, right? So demo can spam you here or here. So if you're here, just drop down earlier, and your scout will just jump point instantly. If he can, right? That's the idea. Consider this, like, if you stand here for too long, you'll start taking, like, damage, and that's just what it is. And yeah, I think it would have helped if Ellie was on scout, but that's, like, not a big deal.
I have a hard time like figuring this situation out.
It's okay.
On when to switch.
No, right, Yum does the same thing on my team, so just like actually, he does the exact same thing. Just ask your team to if you can swap off gun, or if you know your guys are pushing with ad, just get off gun. Just risk it.
Okay.
Because like your team is gonna commit to the fight in front. If they're missing a player, it's gonna be a lot weaker. They probably assume you're there anyways, right? So you could be building mids, honestly.
The sandwich on heaven is and then a rover, it's a rover could land on it. Hello.
No.
Gotta feed the enemy.
Yeah, feed the enemy.
Bro, it was meant for y'all, bro.
It's real.
Good snack for Red Roamer to attack. I'm just gonna set up your. I'm just gonna talk about the last hold again. When you're done this side, okay? Because I don't like having a heavy that early, but whoops, sorry. So gun here. Combo. Don't stand here. Okay. Don't stand there. Stand here. So it's like medic, scout. All right, medic, scout. You beam. Just beam him. Soldier can play here if he wants. Because the solo, you're going to be fighting like 1 and 2 as their players come in past the Uber, right? So 1, 2. Soldier far left is fine. Until you recognize that they Uber into you, okay? So this is from Smooth, right? Most of the time, I'm going to delete that drawing. It's fucking eye cancer. Okay. So say you're this guy 3, right? Like this guy. You can play there until you notice that Red's Uber starts going for you in like when they Uber in, okay? Then you either jump away or you just don't play there early. You can play at spawn or something, right? Just because you need early spec pressure on these guys, so it delays them a little bit, right? So I hate heavy on last when we are down disad like that. If it's not the spawner, right? I don't like it. It seems like it could be good, but like if a good team takes their Ubers into the heavy, he'll die 100%, right? No saving him there, because all it does is the demo will bomb you and the scout will push you, and then you're either gonna be stuck in nest with like 100 HP eating a sandwich, or your med's gonna area you, and they can just play point, or you die. You know what I mean? It's much safer for the heavy just to come out of spawn after the gun dies, because if they're not watching the gate he comes out of, he just comes out with 450, and then he just mows down the players who are coming in later, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I understand the theory of like having the heavy with the medic up top, but if you were actually building, you'd have Uber on last there, and you would have held. Like low guy with me, we always have me and him just play together on last. We rotate together, right? We rotate through spawn, we rotate up top. It's just more convenient for him as a medic, and it's also more conventional for my teammates who need buffs, right? Either through crit heals or my heavy who rolls out of spawn after the Uber, right? So, yeah. So positioning this is okay at the beginning. I don't know why you're there, but if you're not getting pushed, I guess it's okay. Oh shit, okay, that's unlucky. Just losing people early. Okay, we can play this. They double bomb, so kill this guy.
He just jumped over me. I didn't even fucking see him.
Yeah, that's just unlucky. And then you just leave.
I'm not sure how to play that better, like as the scout.
It's a scout? Okay, well,
Because I was the one who died like on height like immediately by 2 rockets.
Do you guys talk about who's playing with Baz on mid at all, the scouts?
It's usually me.
Nope. Kinda. We did after we started getting rolled. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
usually me because we were like I was like on Sunshine. I'm the one playing with the demo. I'm like with the bodyguard or whatever.
Yeah, it's similar on this map too. It's just a little bit different of a flow state, if you understand what I mean by that. When you're playing the mid and he's fighting, you're playing with him, so he doesn't get pushed.
Yeah.
If he has to back up, you're watching him, so he doesn't get pushed from up top or middle again, and you're just fighting whatever is pushing him. Like that's the main. I said that like weirdly, but that's basically what it is. You're pushing whatever's fighting him. until you want to go forward with your soldiers, then Baz and Mince have to play closer and tighter, basically. But Baz's main job is just to play central, right? So, as long as he's not getting pushed, you're doing your job fine. You don't have to look for kills on flank scout at the beginning of mid. You can just place the kind of tight with him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I know.
I don't like both scouts playing rock. I don't like both scouts playing on this roof. It's not actually that good.
Yeah.
You're eating the same spam, and then you back up the same. If you fall down off the height into the same spam again, you'll die, and then you got bombed.
One of those rounds, I hit like 240 HP stickies on both their scouts because they're both on fucking height there.
Yeah, that's a bait.
Shitty positioning. Yeah.
That happens a lot with every team, even advanced and invite teams. They do the same shit. It's just that's the difference. If you learn not to do that, you're gonna have way more HP always. Which means you can do shit. I'm like eating chips, but I don't know if you guys can hear that.
can.
Sorry about that.
You hear the fat.
I am fucking fat. Oh my god, I love chips. This is fun.
What type of chips?
Sour cream and onion glaze.
Goated.
They are goated. All right. Down to. I actually fuck with this heavy, but you died. If you like baited that like second there and got your soldier in, they would have forced, and you probably would have used second, and you would have had a better Uber. But you kind of died.
Yeah.
The pacing there was good, just too fast, like too forward. The pacing was fine, just too forward. You know what I mean? Because you know the trend that this pocket scout actually takes Ubers into you, right? Because they've been doing it. It's just yeah, you should be ready for that. Oh, that sucks.
Okay. What was the thing you said about on mids? Like not taking. I forgot. You said something about like advanced teams doing it or whatever.
The double
mids?
scale on height.
Oh, the double
Or
scale. Yeah, the double scale.
both scouts
both
playing the
scouts
same
on the same.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every team does it. Like actually, it's really bad. It's a really bad thing. Like I see like every team do it. Like
Right.
if you guys both as scout want to pressure the height, don't jump the same area. Like you can have a scout play here alone, and then have your second scout pressure this guy and push this side.
Right.
Just don't stand there for like a long time. Like I don't know.
Or like.
Sometimes it happens, right? Like sometimes you can't predict it,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean you should tell one of your scouts to never jump there. It's just like
Or like Min's could
It
play
happens.
on that shed thing, and I'm like jumping on the blue crate.
yeah. Usually, okay. So I'll show you. I'll tell you the dynamic that me and Yum Yum do. Oh my god, I'm gonna take more screenshots. Good PowerPoint presentation Excel. Okay. I always bounce between 1, 2, and then 3. Right. I do it in this order. If I don't do it in that order, it's so 1, 2, or 3. Right. Like that. I jump between 1 and 2 and 3 always. 3. This is my last. This is where I stand the least. Because if I stand here, I will get spammed by like
Yeah.
artists and Habib. So I don't want to fucking do that, right? Yum Yum is gonna be like, 1, 2, 3, right? Like that.
Yeah.
He always tries to play central and sometimes 4, right? He always tries to play towards 3 in between. Sometimes even in between 3 like this, because he's just next to Baz in this situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. That doesn't mean I want you to play the floor the whole time. You just gotta juggle between when you want to be on height, which is priority is height, when possible, and when you're pushing something. When you push something, you're not doing it for too long. You're just doing it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do not. Okay, I don't know. Don't get misconstrued about this. Do not do what bot mode does if you think he does this and does this. Okay, don't like fucking push like that.
Yeah. No.
That's bad.
No. He goes straight into just his side.
He does this or this. Like that. Like those are the 2 pushes he does. He does not, or he just jumps up on a crate like that.
Yeah,
he does
yeah.
not go far left and does this. He does not go
No.
over like this and then enter here. Like he might jump from rock on a mid where he's not getting pressure, just pressure the roof. Like that's his idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Momo, I said this in the first mid, the very first mid. You should not try to fight the soldier rolling out into your demo. Like fast rolling out, don't like try to fight that guy. Okay.
I mean,
You know-
the,
You should just pick a
Yeah.
target and go for that target.
just don't like.
demo.
Would it be just like literally just not if you're fast rolling out, literally just not fight anybody, and then just like default position once you get the pack, and just like and fight people.
You can like
Okay.
fast roll out if you're the second soldier that does it. Like he does it instantly. You do it like maybe delay it by like a second. Maybe you want to sit and roll out, right? Maybe you know he does that, right?
I
Actually,
was
here's
just
what I would
thinking
have.
about that. I was just
Yeah.
thinking like I could delay it and shit and
Yeah,
catch him
if
off
you
guard
delay it
or
by
whatever.
a second, then you could kill that guy probably. But don't be the first. Don't do the same rollout as him expecting to kill him. It's very risky.
We also
Yeah.
trickle fed 2 players there, myself and then Mints, because we didn't make the call to leave fast enough. Once we kind of like disrespected the fact that they had space.
Yeah.
Like mid there, Momo
Yeah.
died. They started taking height. We should have left. And then second there, they got through choke. They took point as well as trap. We should have left.
That's a
I'm
big
assuming
thing.
you guys
I'm
had
gonna
scrim,
try to
right?
make it more clear because I know Mince is, keeping track of a lot of stuff. If I notice, like, it should be an
Just say,
instant
like,
leave
yeah,
call.
yeah, we should
If we
leave.
lose one and we have like if we're not fighting anyone like right at the moment where we can get a kill in like a second or two, it's like we should just leave like instantly. If we cannot get a treat instantly, it's just not worth staying like at all because they're just gonna instantly play off their player head.
I think it's okay. So I am the type of guy to always try and spot for my own team, and I try to read their pushes a lot. So like, if I'm gonna open a server and show you something. So let's just say it though. If they're getting off of mid and they have picks on you guys, but you guys may actually live with your medic and you have like Baz alive. If Baz is alive, it's really good actually. You need your demo to live in most of these scenarios I'm about to talk about, but like, say you guys lost like Ellie and Momo on mid and you kite out choke or some shit, and you're like in this position here on the point, or you're here, right? If you see them before mid's even capped getting through choke and they're here, I just say fuck second and leave, right? Because you don't have the players to even try and hold this anymore. Even if Baz is there, being down 2 is a really bad thing. However, if they're slow to cap mid and then they push after mid's capped, that is fightable, okay? Because if we look at the time that it takes to do that, it's pretty straightforward if you count it right. But without counting it, you can just assume based on what I'm saying. So if the cap on mid is being slow capped and their combo is already pushing, and you're giving them that space because you're down 2, their pacing is good, and you guys probably can't fight this, right? Unless your soldier wants to commit, then you keep peeking. If your soldier cannot commit, then you can't do anything in these scenarios. Even if your demo could get a trap kill, sure, but if Baz managed to get a trap set up as he's leaving mid, that's good for him. Like that's good pacing from him. Most of the time, you're getting pushed out of mid and getting chased out of mid, right? So it's really hard, right? But the second thing I said is if they're capping mid and they're still not pushing, and then they push as numbers are coming back to them, and they push with like the cap already capped, this is still fightable, right? Because first of all, we have Uber. Second of all, our spawners will get here either before the exchange even happens if they're slow, or after the exchange happens. So they'll be here no matter what, right? It's just if they push while they're capping mid and you guys are backing up because you're down 2, their pacing is going to take second regardless, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. Just like
I think we have a 8:30. I think.
yeah, that's why I'm finishing it up now. So I'm just like letting you guys know. Probably the for mids though, try to like do your default positioning, have your scouts not take too much damage, and I suggest you guys try to do something aggressive earlier. If you do damage, obviously from Baz's side. If he does damage early, just fucking commit on something. Good tip for soldiers is to bomb scouts. Like bombing scouts is very, very good on this mid.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
happened to Ellie a few times, and it happens to mids one time. Just like bombing soldiers is a bait. Bombing scouts and demos are fucking OP. Because those soldiers will die in the same way.
Yeah, Esper actually told me just like if I call my soldiers, like if I want to push someone, just call my soldiers to push, just bomb that person. It doesn't matter if it's demo or scout or soldier. It doesn't matter. Just
If they're low, yeah.
Yeah, if they're low.
You're not starting the kill. Like you as a scout, you're not the one that's forcing the kill. Like
Mhm.
you're not the one shooting the like person the bomb. They're based off the damage still.
Mhm.
Or if they're like in a really shit position to die. Okay, I'm gonna finish these chips and then go right for my scrims. Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
so much.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Exile. I appreciate
yeah.
it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Exile's
you're,
OG, man.
I'll get some water. Thank you.
You're good, guys. Bye.
thank you so much.